I was privileged to go away with Blind Veterans over to Ypres and the Somme, and it was a phenomenal battlefield tour that was a bit of an emotional roller coaster, if the truth be known. We went to Thiepval, one of the biggest memorials that represents the Somme, along with Tyncott and various other places. And it was an amazing place to be, because one of the other places we went to was Vancouver Corner. And Vancouver Corner was the first successful gas attack on the British troops, along with the French and the Canadians. And it was the Canadians that took the brunt of that particular battle from the Germans. I think we sit a little bit high and mighty around being gassed and, you know, the fact that it had such an effect on our troops. But let's be real about this, we were doing exactly the same thing as well. It's just on that day the Germans did it better. The conditions were right for them. The wind and the gas that they used was the right decisions made, and it had an enormous effect on our troops, and in essence is the reality of why we're all here today. The Canadians, as I say, took such and it had such an impact on them as a force at that time, made the most phenomenal memorial that represents this, and it was there that we had a parade and a remembrance service as well. That led on to the Somme, and it's the Somme that we thought we might theme today's memorial on, because it was 100 years this summer that commemorates the start of that horrendous battle between the Allied troops and Germany. I've got some facts here that you might or might not know, but I thought I would just share them with you. The Battle of Somme was one of the longest and most remembered battles of World War I. This summer marked the 100th anniversary of this battle. The goal, the key aim of this battle, was for Allied forces to take control of a 24-kilometre stretch of river known as the Somme from the Germans. The war, this battle, spanned 141 days, from the 1st of July 2016 to November the 18th, 1916, as you were, sorry. The Battle of Somme occurred on the banks of the River Somme in France. It was between, as I've said, the British Empire, French and German troops. It was the first great offensive of World War I for the British. 14 trenches with troops on both sides. They lived in squalid and extreme conditions. It was one of the bloodiest battles known in history. On the first day alone, 100,000 Allied troops were sent over the top, resulting in 60,000 casualties, around 20,000 deaths. In the 22.5 years that I served in the forces, there was only ever somewhere around 100,000 men and ladies. So effectively, the whole of the British Army in the time that I served was wiped out. Many historians argue this was an ill-thought-out battle strategy, particularly since the Germans had the advantage of deeply dug and well-established trenches. Many of the shells the Allied forces fired in the preliminary battle were duds. Some failed to explode, others went off target. They completely missed a lot of the time, and some just landed with no effect. The Battle of Somme was the first battle to use tanks. These again had varying results. Many broke down, and when working were only able to go approximately 4 miles an hour. The furthest advance any Allied force had during this battle was just 5 miles. The average British soldier carried somewhere around 30 kilometres of equipment whilst going over the trenches in the initial phases of this battle. At the end of this battle, there were 1 million casualties, with over 300 men killed or declared missing. On the 19th of November 1916, the battle was suspended, mainly due to the harsh weather conditions and dwindling supplies. Some historians argue that if the Allies had continued, for a few weeks longer, they would have actually broke through the German lines. Karen from HR has agreed to read a poem.
If I should die, and only this with me, that there's some corner of the foreign field that is forever Wales. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust in Wales bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of Wales, breathing Welsh air, washed by the rivers, blessed by summers of home. And think this heart, all evil shed away, a pulse in the eternal mind no less, gives somewhere back the thoughts by Wales given, the sights and sounds, dreams happy as a day, and laughter learnt of friends, and gentleness in hearts at peace under a Welsh heaven.
They shall not grow old, as we never let grow. Age shall not live, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
Ha ha!